Well, it says I am live, so I am gonna start talking because that's how I do. Let me turn this off because it's not the Monday mood check. we Let me do this one. All right. Well, I am not sure if I have anybody in the chat just yet, but I hope so. I hope we have lots of friends coming in shortly. I just saw the notification on YouTube. So I think we're actually about to be good to go. Yeah. Okay, I see numbers popping up. So I'm just gonna say hi guys. Welcome back to my channel. My name is Elisa. This is Elisa's Adventures in Cruising. And today I am very excited to kick off my second season of Look Who's Cruising Now. In case I have anybody new here, welcome, 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 and thanks so much for coming on over. In case you don't know, or haven't already guessed, I love cruises. And when I'm not on an actual cruise ship myself, I like to daydream about the next cruise and talk to my friends about their cruises too. And so when it was time to restart, Look Who's Cruising Now, I said I have to reach out to my good friend here who we know has been on many, 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 many cruises. I've had the pleasure of having one cruise adventure with her so far, but a couple of others are on YouTube land as well. But one at sea. And then in June, my next cruise is going to be to Alaska. So when I realized that this friend had not only sailed the exact ship and itinerary already, but is also going back to Alaska on another sailing, I think in August. I know it's the summer. I thought she would be another awesome, awesome person to talk to about cruising to Alaska. So thank you for coming in to talk to this fun-loving Platinum Carnival cruise lady. My friend, you know, you know, it's Veronica.
Hey,
Right with
Madam.
me.
Hey.
Veronica, how are you? How are you? Thanks so much for coming in.
No
Welcome back.
problem. Hey, I'm back. I'm back.
She's back.
Hey,
She's
everybody. What's up? I got to blow
back.
the whistle one time for you guys.
I'm gonna say now. Of course, you're back, so I had to have my whistle right handy. We're not encouraging this whistleblowing behavior,
Yes,
but
we are. Blow your whistle, girl. Blow the whistle one time.
well, I know we have a ton of stuff to talk about, but I see lots of people are in the chat, and so I just want to say hi real quick. We got Dante here. He already asked the question. Where's the Malibu?
Malibu. Y'all know my Panther Pierce. Malibu and pineapple juice.
Hi, Dante. Thanks for coming. Hey, Janice. How are you? Thanks for coming.
Hey, Miss Janice. Tell my buddy, Mr. Ken, I said hi.
Janice saying hi to Dante. Hi, Yvette. How are you? Thanks so much for coming in. Happy Sunday to you. It's Michelle from Tripping and Dressing. Michelle, how are you? Thanks so much for coming. Everybody's saying hey, hey, hey. I appreciate it. Oh, Meet and I are here. How are you guys?
Thank
Back
you.
from Mexico.
Excited.
Yeah, thanks so much for coming. I don't want to skip anybody, but I am ready. I'm ready to get this Alaska cruise chat going. Hey, Marjorie, how are you?
Hey, friend, it's Marjorie.
This podcast will take all night. What Marjorie trying to say?
I'm offended, Marjorie. I don't talk that much.
Whistle away.
Hey, my whistle. See, you was told to do the whistle.
You gotta do the whistle at least once. At least once. And say thank you to Veronica.
Hey, sister.
Hey, Edna. Thank you so much. How are you? Good to see you. Good to see you. And JT too. Happy Sunday.
Hi, sister
Welcome
JT.
in.
Thank you.
Welcome in. Welcome in. I don't want to miss anybody. I see Maggie is here.
Hey.
Hey, Maggie. How are you? Thanks for coming in. Oh, and I skipped somebody. Sorry about that. Nettie and JT. Thanks so much.
My peoples. Thank you for coming in.
How are you? Thank you so much. And we've got your girl Jocelyn.
Happy here.
Hey, everyone. Thanks for coming in. I appreciate it. I appreciate it. I don't want to skip anybody, but we want to chat. So yeah, like I said, I was super excited. I mean, I knew that you were going. I knew that you had already gone to Alaska, and I watched those vlogs, but I watched them again.
Yes. Thank you.
I watched them again because I have all kinds of questions about Alaska now that I'm going to, and I've talked to others. I was doing the cruising now last year, and my friends at Sea Lake Journeys have gone several times, I think, to Alaska. So they are like you, super enthusiastic about it, have nothing but good things to say. But I want another perspective. I want to hear from somebody else as well.
I got you.
So
bring the question.
What made you want to go to? Oh, I should let you just do your little introduction. What you want to say today, Miss Veronica?
Hey, y'all, it's your girl Veronica Vicky of V. We gonna be Veronica today, all right? From Life with V channel, and I'm here with my good friend to discuss all things of Alaska. If you don't know my channel by now, I am a jack of all trades, but I love cruising and got several planned for this year. And one of my favorite cruises ever out of 32 cruises I took so far was to Alaska. So I'm really excited about this one right here.
Awesome. Hey, Tanisha, how are you? Thanks for coming in. Jerry, how are you? Thanks for coming.
Hey, buddy, how you doing? Thank you for popping in. I appreciate it.
I appreciate you all coming. Well, let's get to it. What made you want to go to Alaska the first time?
Because I wanted to just start on my bucket list vacations. That was a year that I was going to Hawaii for my daughter's 21st birthday. And I'm like, well, I might as well just do 2 bucket lists in one, go to Hawaii for the heat and go to Alaska for the cold. So that's literally what made me want to do, is the fact that I want to just combine 2 bucket list vacations in one year.
Awesome. Yeah, I know. And the bucket list. Well, I'm not going to say nothing about it. No need for the bucket list. We got plenty of life to live and cruises to hit. But that list of dream cruises keeps growing. At least for me. So just wanted to go. Just want to go and see it. So you went with your sister, I think.
My sister Janice, yes.
Yes, and that was her first time going to. And
our first time in Alaska as well. Yes, we went on the Carnival Spirit.
On the Carnival Spirit, and did you have to talk her into it, or was she?
Oh no, my sister, my cruise people, they more like, you just name where you want to go. They like, let's make it happen. So luckily, I got a nice group of cruise family and friends. Where if I said let's do something, they're like, okay, they with the foolishness. They don't need like, yeah, they with the okay, all right, let's go.
We work hard for the vacation time, for this PTO. Let's go use it on something fun.
Ooh, that PTO word, I don't know about that word.
You don't know about that word, but the rest of us, who do know, you want to maximize the fun on that time. Yes. So you went and on the Carnival Spirit, like I said, that's the same exact ship that we're gonna do in June. And what did you think? How was it traveling out to the West Coast? I'll say that.
Traveling to the West Coast was amazing. It was amazing. I always wanted to go see the Space Needle, so that was another thing on my, U.S. bucket list. So it was nice to go to the Space Needle and see everything Seattle had to offer. I got a chance to watch them throw fish, which was amazing, at Pike Place Market, and it was funny to see the fish swim, and then I got to just put my gum on a bubble gum wall. Was disgusting, yes, but I had to do it because it's just something that we all need to do in Seattle. But I did. I put a piece of paper that said "Life with V" because at the time you always advertise your channel. So yes, my bubble gum said "Life
on the bubble gum wall."
Yes. Life with V is the bubble gum wall. So yes, it was just fun. We had a fun-filled day in Seattle before our vacation. Just land on the Space Needle floors and rotate. Going to the top was something that I'm definitely doing again. So I recommend everybody do. It was amazing. We had a Sears Tower here, or the Willis Tower, and it just doesn't compare. It was just a different.
I mean, it's a different view for sure. Yeah,
totally different experience.
Yeah. Oh well, that's it. That's exciting. That's exciting. Yeah, I saw I saw you on the floor, laying on the floor of the Space Needle. It's like, okay, well, yeah, that's a different view. That's a different view, but it's all glad. The floor is all glad, or at least a section of it, right?
Section is glass. You can lay back and just that was nice. I really enjoyed that. I'm a daredevil, stuff like that, so I enjoyed that.
Well, you made it look fun, and you made some friends at the Space Needle. I see too, right? Like you started talking to people, and
I ain't shy. I talk to everybody. I was talking to everybody. Let's go.
And back to the bubblegum wall. Your sister was like, "This is gross."
I'm like, well, we gotta do it. I mean, it's right there in Pike Place Market. Was a note for anybody going to Alaska, which I didn't realize that if you go to Pike Place Market where they throw the fish, it's some stairs you go right down. That's the bubblegum wall. I didn't realize that at first. I thought it was like another building, but it's literally in the same building, just down some little creepy, little scary stairs, and it's the wall. And it's disgusting, but it's like you gotta do it.
Meet and I saying, "Hey, Maggie said you need a 18 karat gold whistle for your birthday,
March 29th. Anybody want to donate? Let's go."
That's funny. So you went all around Pikes Peak. You went on the what's that tower called? Stratosphere?
What's it? Space Needle.
Space Needle.
Yes.
I'm thinking about Vegas. Sorry, the Space Needle, and then they were throwing the fish at Pikes Peak. You're a coffee girl. Did you go to Starbucks, to the original?
That line, I love coffee, but that line was so long. And because we did the one day before, we was trying to hit up everything, and it was just way too long. So I didn't get a chance to go to the original Starbucks. Okay, well, maybe this time I do it.
Yeah, I was gonna say next time. You already got a plan. Yeah. You already got a plan. So did you feel like the one day ahead of time was enough? Were you worried about?
I would definitely recommend, if you can go in 2 days, to do it, because we went in and it was a Monday night football game, and it was the first game that Russell Wilson was playing with the Seattle team. And so it was like he was playing his old team. So it was so much traffic for this big game. And so it was kind of like traffic build up for this big build up game. So it was kind of like, I wish I had an extra day, but we got a lot in. So could I get a lot in 1 day? Yeah. But if I could go 2 days. And another thing I want to say, the transportation was really easy to navigate. I don't catch public transportation at all here in Illinois, but we was able to navigate on their transportation system really easy for me without having to spend money on Uber. So that was kind of nice as well.
That's nice. That was nice. Yeah, it sounded like you made a couple of connections. You took a couple trains or something to get from the hotel over there, but it was easy and clean, and you felt safe.
Yeah, I felt safe.
Good. Sorry, I'm just scrolling through the Space Needle.
Now the Sears Tower is worse. Come on now. You
can do it.
The Sears Tower is worse. It was
I can't wait to see the Space Needle in Pike's Place.
Yeah, definitely must do. Definitely 2 things you got to do.
Got to do it.
And the
Maggie said she didn't care for the Space Needle, but loved Pike's Place.
Okay, I like the Space Needle.
I want to do it. So I want to
Yeah.
do that, and I want to do the and I'm going to say the name wrong. I think it's right in the same area. The Chihuly Museum. That's the art glass, like the. You've been to Vegas, right? The
Yeah.
guy that did the art sculpture in the Bellagio, that swirly, really bright colors.
Yeah.
Anyway,
Okay. That I saw that we didn't go to. That's not that far away from there. So yes, yeah, we didn't go there.
okay, so you went, you toured around Seattle, you got around on the public transportation, and then before you knew it, it was cruise day.
Cruise day.
How was the port of Seattle? How was that process to
It
book?
was okay. I love cruising out of Miami. I cruise out of Miami more than any cruise port ever. It felt a little damn home country in the cruise port.
Really?
It felt like okay. If you ever did Margaritaville at sea, I know me and Anna just did that. Then y'all
Yeah.
saw how that port looking just like weird and old. It was a kind of a feel for that. It just felt like they just did something here. It was just there. It felt weird. It wasn't. I'm not the black.
Like,
The port was just. It reminded me of Margaritaville. Now that I'm thinking about it, like just like a ship, nothing else around it, nothing beautiful, just a ship and a little port. It was just weird.
interesting.
It reminded me of Margaritaville Port, which is out of what was that at? I forgot what it's out of. It reminded me
West
of
Palm
that. It reminded me of that West Palm Beach Port. Yes.
Yeah. Okay. So, well, you were going for the ship itself, not
Exactly.
not
Exactly.
for the port.
Exactly.
So obviously you got on and you did your normal countdown, getting on the ship, and then what? Like, were you expecting it to be different, have a different vibe than the Caribbean cruises, or were you just
I could be real like on this channel, right?
the people want to know? They want to know, what did you
I
think?
saw a bunch of old ass people.
Oh no!
I saw a bunch of
You felt? Were you? Did y'all feel like you were the only
we definitely
young
was
ones,
the
or-
one of the youngest groups on the outside the Fun Squad. We was definitely one of the youngest groups. Me and my sister was one of the youngest people on the ship, absolutely. And my sister's like almost 20 years older than me. Yeah, it was a lot of old people there. The ship I'm used to going on a lot of newer ships. And so it was a very tiny, small ship compared to what I'm used to. But I was okay with that because I like the old feel with the glass elevators and stuff like that. I like the layout. I heard the layout is similar to the Pride, which I never did that before. I love the layout of the ship itself. It was weird. It was unique. It had character. It had character, but it was the demographics was old. And I'm looking like, hey, it was a few of us on there, but yeah, it was a lot of old people. Shit.
Oh, listen, Veronica, I told you I was nervous about this before we got started. And I know I've had my trouble with Nightbot, but it looks like Nightbot is trying to be good. So I hope Nightbot is behaving, y'all. I hope
Good,
so.
I ain't gonna
Good
cuss
job,
him.
Nightbot. Good job. Good job. All right. So, I mean, I think that's the common thing that people think anyway, or have heard about cruising to Alaska. They feel like it's going to be a total different vibe, a different demographic, like you said. But I mean, I know you could go and have a good time.
I had folks. It don't matter with me. I'm just here. I'm here for my own experience, not nobody else's experience.
It's your cruise. It's your cruise. You go and have a good time.
Period. That's what I go for me.
But so would you, like I said, I'm going to do that same ship. You didn't mind it? You're a Carnival.
No, I didn't mind. I didn't mind. We were on the same ship again in August. I didn't mind the ship at all because.
Oh, you are? Okay. I didn't know if it was the same
Yeah,
ship.
for me, it's more about what I'm getting a chance to see than an actual ship. And we spend less time actually, doing the ship stuff anyway. So it was okay. It's just
okay.
Once you got used to it, like navigating the different walkways and paths, it's okay. Yeah, it was okay.
All right. Well, I mean, I like you said, it's what you make of it. So
Exactly.
you go. I want to see Alaska, and the cruise is a bonus.
Exactly.
The cruise is a bonus. So I know you're doing or Edna has got Groupcation going. Y'all are doing Groupcation, and that's what's taking you back.
Yes.
And on the same ship. Is it the same itinerary that you did the first time?
I'm pretty sure it is. Yeah.
Okay. And was this is another one of those things that people don't or are worried about when going to Alaska. And it's not a it's a real thing to be concerned about, the pricing. So do you feel like the look at her eyeballs? I mean, is Alaska pricing?
Hell yeah. I'm not even for the try. Alaska was probably my most expensive vacation I've taken. But again, I wanted to get the full experience. I didn't know if I was going to go back again. I didn't know if I was going to like it. So we did everything. We bought all our excursions through Carnival. We did everything we did real touristy stuff. Whale watching this. We did all the big touristy items. It was the must-see things, just in case we never go again. We was like, this may be a one and done, but just in case, do everything that's touristy, no matter what the price was. But it definitely was expensive. But I honestly feel it was worth it for me. I loved Alaska.
Good.
Yeah.
Good. And I'm an excursion girl, and I'm going with my family or some family, and we want to do excursions. At least I do. So I'm gonna pick your brain about about those two. I just, if you're going all that way, I know it's pricey, and I might not be able to do the helicopter to the glacier, but I want to go and see.
Let's go to the glacier.
Yeah, go to the glacier and see as much as possible. Absolutely. So you said you booked all of your excursions through Carnival. Is that what you normally do?
No, I don't do that. Normally, I book the cheapest excursion as possible. But what I have learned since going to Alaska, which we didn't know because it was our first time, that we could have booked excursions right off the ship. So FYI, for those who don't want to pay for excursion with Carnival, they had mostly every port we saw that's outside of Canada. They had like little people outside, like in the Caribbean, selling different excursions. We just was trying to do the safe way and go through Carnival, but they had people out there selling excursions, and which probably was a lot cheaper than what we paid for. But we just went the safe route. But no, I do not normally book excursion with Carnival, honey. I go the cheapest way possible. I was just trying to be nice and do the Carnival thing and do it that way. But that ain't my normal MO at all.
That's not your norm. Okay, that's kind of my norm. I mean, I do book through the cruise line, especially if it's someplace that I've never been, because I don't know how easy or how fast you actually can get back to that port. Some of them are really easy, and some of they drive you a ways. From the port to the downtown or the main areas or whatever. But okay. Well, do you want to talk about your excursions? What was your favorite Alaska excursion?
My God, Tracy on Forge. Oh my God, that
Tracy on Forge.
That was oh my God. I'm a crazy person who loves all things Titanic. Don't get scared. But knowing that, getting on the ferry boat and knowing we was actually going through icebergs, and they may look small, but then you could see them as far down this crystal clear with the water, where mountains are outside of you, and watching how this boat ease through the glaciers, seeing seals on the glaciers, that's why I saw so much wildlife. Oh my God, we saw bald eagles, we saw bears and mountain goats all into the mountains as we easing through the glaciers. And it was probably, I'm definitely doing it again. I will do the excursions 10 times over. If I don't do any excursion going to Alaska, that's the one I'm going to do.
Okay, you're doing that. Oh my God, absolutely. It was now the ship goes into the area, into the fort, but you take another like ferry through.
Yes, and it's so crazy because everybody can't go. So if you don't have go to that excursion, you stand on the ship basically. And one of our friends we met at the hotel, she got on the second ferry, and she took our picture as we was on this ferry going. And it was such a nice picture she took of us because she stood on the ship. But and they had this drink called a glacierita, which they got ice from out the ocean and chopped up and made glacieritas, which is delicious. It was definitely the best excursion ever across any cruise I've ever taken. Was that excursion? That is the must-do excursion if you're going to Alaska. The Tracy Young Forge excursion, hands down. You ain't got to do nothing else. Go do that excursion. You saw so much wildlife. We saw orchids right there, whole babies or orchids just right there, just sitting alongside of you, and they take their time getting there, so there's no rush, and it was
They're like, we
absolutely
got time.
yeah.
They have time. They don't care about your cruise deadline. They got time.
Exactly. So if you're thinking about that excursion, don't book that one because it sells out fast.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, I wasn't sure about that one. I thought, well, you're going to see the same thing from the ship. But no, you go no.
No, because we get up close and personal.
Okay.
So you don't see as much as we saw. You're not that close like we saw. So no, book that one.
Now, but I should have started. This should have been one of my first questions. How cold was it really? I'm really worried about the cold. I know you're in Chicago, but I'm not used to it anymore.
I'm from Chicago, and honestly, I tell people, layers, layers, layers. Wear layers. Wear layers. Wear layers. Don't go out there wearing big snow pants. No. On surface level, Alaska was typical cold that we all experienced. We did the train ride, of course, it's extremely cold. We did the whale watching, of course, it was cold. The glaciers, of course, was cold. But on surface level, I wore layers. I wore a cami, I wore a t-shirt. I wore a turtleneck, and then I wore a sweater. Then I had my coat. I was always taking off my coat, holding it in my hand, always. On surface level, have your hats. I got a pair of really nice waterproof boots, which was amazing, and some socks. It was layers. The best way I can tell you to do is pack layers. Leggings, under a pair of jogging pants, you'll be fine. Wear layers, but don't wear a bunch of. You need layers.
Okay. Yeah, I know about the layers. My problem is now that I've been in Florida, I've gotten rid of most of the long sleeve stuff, and I don't have a lot of sweaters, so I'm like, I can't go buy a whole new wardrobe for this now. But
a
couple of pieces, a couple of long sleeve shirts, so that I can mix and match.
Right.
And layer up. Okay, I got to put this up from Edna, because you know how she talked about something strange and some changes.
Yes.
I don't know. I don't want you on the pole now, Edna. But I hear you, girl.
Yeah. The excursion was not cheap, but I will say the one excursion that I would never do again, I feel like it was a waste of my money, was the lumberjack excursion.
Okay. All right. Good. That was one of my questions. And you did talk about it on your vlog.
Yeah, it was a waste of money to me.
Okay.
The show was extremely cheesy.
Okay.
And I felt like we in Alaska, a lot of places had crab legs there. And what I thought what we paid for, I felt like I should have got as much as I want. Don't just hear one and go, just throw them down here. If I waste them, I pay for it.
Yeah.
And yeah, it
wasn't like a buffet kind of setup. There was they gave you small amounts at a time.
Yeah, and I want to just keep going. I don't want to like, okay, can I get? I don't want to do all that. Just stop them down. Give me 5 right now. No.
Yeah, when you go for some crabs, you want them.
Just, exactly. Give me what I want. I want. Can I get another one? So that's the excursion that I would not do again. Was that when that was my least favorite excursion I paid for. Was that lumberjack show. I wouldn't recommend that. It's cheesy. If you got kids, they will love it.
They'll enjoy it.
But we were sitting there like, why did we book this? So yeah. Even the lumberjacks wasn't even cute.
Oh no, not cute lumberjacks. That's the whole thing. They supposed to be.
Yeah, I want to see some. Like the beginning of the cover movie. I want to see lumberjack.
You're like,
it wasn't cute. They was just okay.
No.
Okay.
JT saying I'm a little leery about packing.
Layers.
You said you're an overpacker, right? You said you like to bring everything.
And I think I packed too much. I had went and got these big old thick gloves. I had got scarves and hats and all this crap. I had got the little hand insert warmers. I didn't need all that crap.
Yeah.
I didn't need all that.
Okay.
And only thing I need, which I would definitely invest in again, was a really nice pair of binoculars, because they have a naturalist on the ship. and they just come through the Africa. Hey guys, there's some whales on this side. Go to the port side. Go to the starboard side. So yes, a good pair of binoculars is definitely something
These are
that
old, so I don't know. I might need to upgrade with some
and
extra
so it was
magnification.
nice if you got your balcony cabin or you're sitting on the buffet and they said, hey guys, go up to the port side. There's some orchids right there next to the ship. So it was nice to have that little thing to see it up close. And the naturals were so nice. Hey guys, we see this here. That so that was something that if you want to pack anything extra, it's a good pair of binoculars.
Okay.
Definitely handy.
Definitely need that. Okay. Now see, this is good information because
yeah, that was something
I was definitely thinking, do I need those hand warmers?
I didn't. I mean,
you want to be. I don't want to be cold. I don't want to be cold. I want to be able to enjoy it and see it. I mean, be out there, spend my money. I'm gonna be out there.
I didn't need. I didn't even. I don't think I even. I wore my gloves mostly on the ship because late at night we was trying to see the northern lights, and of course it's cold as hell at 2 o'clock in the morning or 1 o'clock in the morning or midnight, and we out there. So that's when I had my gloves on my hand. But actually in the ports doing things, I don't even think I wore my gloves that much. Honestly, like it wasn't needed.
Walking around the ship, how did you? You know, the ships tend to be cold when you're in the Caribbean because the air is blasting. Did you feel like the ship was warm when you were in Alaska?
Yes, because they had the closed in Lido deck. So people was at the pool and stuff like that. I was okay around the ship because I mean, even when I walked outside in the open air to get fresh air, it wasn't extremely cold because I'm dressed warm, you know. I always had everything long sleeve, and like a typical sweater and maybe some jogging pants or jeans. I was fine without anything extra. So yeah, I didn't. Yeah, and I wear breakfast dresses all the time. Yes. So walking with my breakfast dress to go places, I was fine. It wasn't as cold as the hype is.
Okay.
I'm from Chicago. I do know cold.
I know you know cold.
It wasn't as cold as the hype. I think people hyped it up. Maybe just we had a good selling, but it wasn't that. I mean, it's cold. It's Alaska, but it wasn't that cold.
You know? And when did you? When was that? What month?
We went in September.
Oh, okay.
September.
All right.
Yeah,
I'll have to look up what the average temps are for June. I mean, but still, and as reminding everybody about Groupcation, if you're not on the Facebook group, make sure you get connected so you don't miss any information. Okay, so yeah, so you didn't. That's good. The ship wasn't cold. Because I was worried, like, oh my gosh. I mean, I always have a sweater anyway, but I don't want to be like.
Yeah, I always had like a little sweater like I take on the Caribbean. But one thing I wish I would have took was my snuggly. Like I said, we was up late at night, being grown up on the Lido deck, trying to see northern lights and just hanging out. And my snuggly that I have at home, it would have been perfect. So I'm definitely taking my snuggly this year. So when I have some late nights, see if we can catch the northern lights, possibly, I want to have my snuggly. That would have been key because we had the blanket off the bed up there, sitting up there. So it was the snuggly would have been easier.
Now, wait, you mentioned that you talked about the packing a lot, but like, do you do anything to try to condense space? Are you a packing cube? Do you do the compression things? Do you? Because I'm just thinking, I don't want to take a lot of suitcases.
I fly Southwest, so I get my 2 bags free. And I get my blue bag, and then I have my purse. But I use the packing cubes. Packing cubes is easy to, this is all my jeans, this is all my sweaters, this is all my undergarments. So packing cubes was the way for me to go. Honestly,
I like that. I like those too. I really like my packing cubes. I'm just trying to figure out how much that snuggly blanket in there.
Put it right on the top at the end. After everything else is packed, throw it right on top at the end. That's what I did with my eyes. Or put it at the bottom of everything. Right. That's what I'm doing.
I'm be Linus with my blanket. Be like, gotta carry your blanket just in case. Good.
Yeah, I always have to break it on every case.
Good to know. Okay, so you make your cabin a little bit
absolutely
homey. You're gonna be there for a little while. Make it comfortable.
Exactly.
I just saw Keisha come in. She might have been here for a minute, but How are you? How are you? Thanks for coming in. Thanks for coming in. I appreciate it. So on the ship itself, there were, well, you talked about the blankets. So like up on the Lido deck, I mean, instead of all the towels, are there blankets? Are there hot chocolate opportunities or hot toddy opportunities?
I had the cheers.
I'm still on the cold trail.
I was drunk.
You don't know what they had.
I don't know if they had hot chocolates. You know, V ain't drinking no hot chocolate.
Something with a little kick.
They had Malibu. They had tequila. But no, they did have. I know they had hot stations open. I saw a few of them open. But one thing I didn't know, I saw something I didn't see. It wasn't a lot of kids on the ship at all. It was maybe like 2 or 3 kids. We kept running into them a lot by the hot chocolate. Then I'm thinking about it, or they were drinking coffee, 1 or 2. But it wasn't a lot of kids on the cruise. That was actually kind of nice because you didn't see a lot of kids at all.
I think that's another one of those. You know, an older crowd seems to go because one, they have the time and the resources, and they're not bringing the kids.
Yeah,
they're not gonna enjoy it the same. So
yeah,
okay, that's good to know. That's good to know. On the ship itself, and I think you did a couple of the classes. They had classes or little programs.
Yeah, I was going to put it down, but we had a painting class, and oh my God, it was absolutely amazing. We got a chance to paint the Northern Lights. I have to get it for you in a minute. Jeremiah, we painted the Northern Lights. We had a chance to paint a whale, which was absolutely good. And it's free. You just got to get up early in the morning, cook for some baby, and sign up for it, which was the only thing. Pass me my 2 paintings I did in Alaska. Right here.
Yes, let's see.
So it's free. It's absolutely free. They walk you through the steps. The painting right there, the Northern Lights painting. They walk you through the paintings. You could do different sides. You could do as many as you want to. So they you paint it and they put your name on the back, the big one up there, and then you paint the Northern Lights. So I thought I did my little thing, and then my baby when I painted the whale tail.
Ooh, fancy! That moon is shining bright from
they
here.
They walk you through the steps, and you could. It was so much fun. So this is the 2 things I did.
Very nice.
I keep them right here next to my little wall, and I love these 2 memories that I did in Alaska. And then you just let them dry, but you know when you go pick up any day throughout the cruise. But this was actually a little fun thing to do, and with a group of people, it's going to definitely be fun. You just got to get up early and secure your time and slot. And it was definitely something different that I didn't see on Caribbean cruises that I really, really enjoyed.
Yeah, that seems like something different, something fun. Did you know about it ahead of time? Could you?
No, I didn't know about it at all. Erin was our cruise director. She was amazing. And they had so many different things that I didn't know about. And she was always trying to tell me, thank you, Keisha. Like, okay, you got to come here. Go do that. Go see that. So she was really informed about that. But we didn't know about this at all. And we're glad we stumbled upon it because it was actually really fun. And we wanted to do another class. That's how we got to get into the 2nd class. It was really fun.
And was painting the only thing like that they had, or
no? They had I was actually on stage for this. They did their little stage show with the guests, and it was a show where they had a different type of animals, and it's like a little wheel, and like a bingo of some sort. They blow you step forward. So I was like the orchid, I think, and I ain't go far. So you got to watch the vlogs to see. But it was really fun. It was a really fun little show. I was just in the back. Right. And I'm like, come on, let's go. But it was fun, it was different. I never saw that in the Caribbean. So they try to do a lot of things that was Alaska based. Like every morning they had the naturalist out and she'd do a walk around the ship with people. You could be with the naturalist and then she'd take you like, hey, on this side, we see this. Because you literally go to the cruise surrounded by mountains. So when you write mountains here, that's why you got to have a balcony, y'all. Get a balcony, open your balcony when there's a big ass mountain right there. You're like, wait a minute. And she'll be like, hey guys, go out there and get this, go out there and see this. So that was actually a little perk as well that I like. It was like an excursion within an excursion on the ship.
Yeah, that sounds cool. I'm excited to see that. Okay, Jerry wants to experience the ice in her drink.
That Glacier Rita was off the chain. Glacier Rita was the bomb. It was really, really strong.
Really strong. So
did
you just make friends with the bartender, or
no, I did. Of course I did.
Right. So did you get a little You got a strong
That
pour there.
then I would have to get a chance to hold a whole ice glacier, and it was just a whole fun vibe. I mean, it's a different vibe of people, but I bring my own energy anywhere I go.
Yeah.
And so I brought my own energy and I made it fun. People was like, oh, I had my loudness going on, but it was definitely what you make it. Some people thought it was boring, but I thought it was fun.
No, I think it'll be fun. And like you said, you're there. You went through a lot to get there, right? You spent your money, saved up, packed all your stuff.
I'm having my fun my way. I don't care.
Exactly. Enjoy it.
I'm gonna do me.
So what did you do as far as now that you're going back? Was there anything, and you kind of mentioned that with the excursions, is there anything that you didn't do or didn't buy, like souvenir wise, that you're on the hunt for this time around?
Yes, it's a drink called a duck fart. I did not, because
I'm thinking magnets. I'm thinking sweatshirts. Oh no, I need the duck fart.
Only because with me, I don't buy souvenirs for anybody. Even when I buy my magnets and that's it, or a shop glass, so that's it. And I got all that now. We had did the whale watching excursion through Carnival, and it ran late, so of course Carnival waited for us. But that was the port they had the duck fart drink, and I really wanted to try this drink called a duck fart. And like I said, I had to try it. And so I'm gonna, since I'm not doing as many excursions as I did last time, I'm only doing Tracy Young Forge, I think right now. Maybe a helicopter, I'm not sure. But I want to try the duck fart drink, and then I also want to go into a port itself and have the unlimited crab legs. Instead of me doing it with that excursion, which was I want to try it and sitting down in a port. And I know it's a place where I can do the duck fart drink and have my crab legs. So I'm gonna go there and do it.
Okay, and do we know what's actually in that drink?
I don't care.
It's a shot, right?
I
mean, I'm just asking for the people who want to know what's in it.
It's liquor. I'm gonna
just asking.
I'm gonna take one for the team. Like, hey, I hope it's Malibu in it. Can you make mass of Malibu?
Like, ma'am.
But yeah. I mean, but I'm gonna do it because that's the one thing. Other than that, I don't know. That's
okay. No, you answer that. You want to get the drink, the duck fart drink, and you want to do Tracy Armford again.
Absolutely, I would do that every time I go to Alaska, hands down.
Wow.
Yeah.
Okay, that's a good recommendation, you guys. She's like, that's your jam right there. That you want to see the animals.
Yes. Yes. Absolutely. And being like the whale watching excursion was amazing. It's cold. If it's the one through Carnival, it's extremely cold. That's one of the days where layer up, hat, scarf. That's when you go like an Eskimo. It was very, 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 very cold there on the boat.
Very, very
I was wrapped up and I still was crying, but there's okay, go to the left, go here, go to the right, go here. So yeah, it was a lot with that excursion. So that was a cold excursion. The train ride was another.
I was gonna ask about that next.
That was the second favorite excursion I did. It was amazing. Okay,
now I know you was having a good time, but why were you screaming on the train?
I do not like enclosed. I'm claustrophobic. I'm a daredevil, but I am claustrophobic. I would try anything. I would jump out of a plane. I would try stuff, but don't put me in no enclosed spaces. So it got dark, and somebody said there was some bats up in there. I don't do bats, and I was like, ah.
Oh yeah, no. But this train basically takes you up to the top of, I don't know what the mountain is, right? It's like kind of a windy path up there,
and it was beautiful. It was absolutely beautiful. I loved it. See, Maggie says agree.
Now do you get off
the train? No.
Yeah, it was a must do. Do you get off? You don't get off. It just turns. Not even turns back around. They probably have another.
And they had another one that
the driver probably moved, right?
Right. There was a longer pass with a shorter pass for the train. So.
Oh, really?
Yeah, because they had sit down cars. They was eating. They was on a longer one. We did the shorter one. And it was nice.
All right. And then I heard you. I guess there's different levels.
Uh-oh. I think we
Yeah, I do
froze.
remember you saying, "Hey, they got fancy stuff over there."
Yes.
Dre TV can't wait for Alaska Groupcation.
Yes.
Says something about winter apparel. Thrift store is your friend for winter apparel. Yeah, I think I have a jacket now, but just for other things, I will be on the lookout. That's a good tip. Thank you.
Yeah, another thing, repeat some of that stuff. People don't even see that
Okay.
stuff again. Repeat that
Talking
stuff.
dead. That's right. Get your information ready for winter. She was ready. Did the Oh, right. Where your clothes? Yeah. And I'm assuming it's a
Yeah,
good carnival ship.
like
There's laundry on there, right?
like a certain
If
sweat
you
I
really need
wore
to.
more than
I
one
mean, I don't
times. I
I want to do
mean,
laundry.
you don't have to wear. If you got a hoodie, you can wear a hoodie with your coat. You'll be perfectly fine.
Yeah. It's like, okay, just gonna take a little more thinking about it than, what I normally have
Yeah.
packed and ready in my bag for the Caribbean.
Nah, you
Did
don't need
the
no.
well speaking of the bag, I grabbed my little cosmetic bag here. Actually, this is not the normal, you know how we have multiple, but I normally have a separate one for all of my seasickness stuff. So was it rougher? Or how was the water in Alaska? I mean, I got my sea bands, I
I
got my
only needed my medicine when I was on the whale watching excursion. It was rough.
okay.
It was
It was rough.
rough. That was when I needed it. But the actual ship itself, I was fine. But that
Okay.
excursion
I
was
have
like
heard that inside passage, and um it might be the time of the year that the water runs a little
that
rougher.
was that was rough.
Yeah. You're like, yeah. And
I,
but you normally have a problem with
no,
motion sickness at all?
I'm a vet now. I'm doing a partner.
I mean, it's one of those, and I tell everybody, it's if you are a person who gets motion sick in
Yeah,
general, be prepared for it.
agree,
You'll feel it.
agree,
It doesn't mean you're going to be out for the count, but have stuff with you just in case, so you can shake it off
100%
and keep going.
agree.
Yeah. Misty Blue is saying, is it colder than normal throughout the ship? Yeah, that was a good
No,
question.
no, I only felt cold. Like I said, late at night, late at night. I mean, it was like that was the Windy City meets Alaska cold. I'm not gonna lie. So we was trying to see the Northern Lights. We actually was sitting inside the elevator banks, um, and because it was just that cold outside. But no more colder than usual to me.
Nettie and JT said it rains more than anything there. Make sure you have something waterproof. Otherwise, I thought Alaska was cool, like a cool fall day.
Yeah, see,
Okay.
with us, we didn't get any rain. We lucked up, didn't get any rain throughout the entire cruise. But I completely agree. It felt like a nice, cool fall day.
Everybody's talking about Southwest. Yes, so you can get your 2 bags.
That's the way to
Yes,
go. Way
that's
to
the way
go.
to go. That's the way to go. But still, I don't want to. Anyway, I try not to take too much.
It's a,
Y'all,
it's Alaska. Take too
it's a
much.
lot. Yeah, it's a lot of trying to maneuver it through the airport
Be,
and all that.
be prepared for like this. Nettie and them said they had rain. We didn't have any rain. I had umbrellas. I had portable this. We didn't need any of that stuff. But I did have my waterproof boots that I wore all the time. But I could have worn my gym
Mm.
shoes some days as well. So we didn't. So be prepared for whatever way. Whether it's gonna be rain, whether it's not rain. It's unpredictable. We didn't have rain at all.
Did you experience anything with the extra daylight or extra darkness? Did you get messed up with the time at all?
No,
No.
I be drunk half the
I, I,
time.
I'm
Long
like,
as
you
the
asking
bar
me that.
working late, so I hit
Yeah.
15 drinks. I don't care what. Just saying, like, if I hit 15, I'm drinking. I don't know what time it is. Just keep. I'm on vacation. I ain't keeping track. If the sun is sun, I'll be drinking.
Sorry, what's tripping? Dre is saying, I ain't buying all that ish. We wear hoodies in the winter. We used to the cold.
Hoodies
Okay,
are
so I'm not used to
fine,
the cold anymore.
but you're in
Yeah.
Alaska. The temperature will get cold. Then you need more than a hoodie. So a hoodie with your coat, you're fine. I mean, but you don't need anything else. Yeah, you put a hoodie over the t-shirt and the hoodie and a coat, you'll be fine, bro. But I wouldn't go out there with nothing less than that. Yeah,
Latanya says she put a nice fleece blanket and binoculars on her Amazon cart last night. Good job. Good job. You're going to be ready.
binoculars. If you got a balcony,
Hey, Keisha
binoculars,
Samuels, how are you? Good. Good. No, yeah, I asked because I have watched other vlogs, other people talking about the time, like it messes with your head because it doesn't get all the way dark, or on the days it does get too dark, you don't have no idea. You just lose track of time. So,
I ain't, I ain't,
but
I, nah, I ain't know nothing. I can't answer that one. They say hit 15, just like, okay, it's time to go to bed. I mean, I couldn't tell you. Don't know the answer
now,
to that one.
you consider yourself an outdoorsy person?
No.
No.
Mm-mm.
So this is like you getting all of your outdoors, like wildlife experience.
It was
this year.
definitely me getting a lot of outdoor experience because it was like, oh, I'm a girly girl, true and true. And I like the Caribbean. I like the heat. I like the shorts and t-shirts. It was definitely an experience, but it was experience that was by far the best experience ever. It was nothing like ordering coffee to the room for room service and waking up that morning and walking out and see a mountain in front of your view. It was nothing like that.
Beautiful.
Nothing. Even late at night. Now, I'll tell you, for my drinkers, this is for my drinkers. You are in Alaska. Remember that, because I tell you, one day I tweaked so hard and I went out on my balcony and saw this mountain. I'm like, where the hell I'm at? What's going on? But I was drunk. My sister's like, just go to bed. I said, what's going on? What? Because we see the Caribbean. We used to see it dark, but not this big mountain right there. And the mountain, it feel like it's so close to you. And I was tweaking so hard that day. And my sister's like, just go to bed. But I was drunk. So for my drinkers, be careful about going to that balcony late at night, and you don't want to scare yourself.
maybe make sure before you head out, maybe make sure that lock, that crazy one up the top that you can't.
Yeah, because woo, girl, I was tweaking like, what the hell is this? What's going?
Make sure that was locked. Okay, so now that you're giving tips for the people who plan on having a good time with their Cheers package, I think there was a different kind of patch you were a big fan of.
My party patch.
Your party patch. Did that help you?
Yes. Thanks to my good friend Mary. Met her on a cruise, Group Cation cruise. She has turned me onto party patches, and I never leave home without party patches. They are the business. I never leave home without them. Never leave home without them.
Now I know the people on the ship are never leave home without them. Now, before Ronald Branch, hello, thanks for coming in.
Thanks for coming in.
Welcome. On your I was gonna say, I know the people on the ship are friendly, of course, but how did you find the folks that you had to interact with on your excursion? Was everybody from Alaska or from different places?
And I think it was a little bit reversed. The people on the excursions was extremely nice. People on the ship, people on the ship either want to pineapple you or look at you like, why you here? That's what I experienced. I got a lot of pineapple offers on the ship. But they either look at you like,
there's gonna be a lot of questions there, Veronica. But where were we in the drink count?
No, it was like, okay,
on the cruise.
Okay, so it was like,
how many whistles?
It was day one. I went live at the subway party. If you guys remember that video, it was a lot of people. People wasn't dancing. I'm a dancer. I'm gonna get out there and do my thing and do what I do. And so people was like, it was one lady out there with a hula hoop on doing her thing. Like, okay. I went to the bar and Pineapples was there. Like, hey, so it's kind of like, you're not gonna see the turn up subway party you see in the Caribbean. You're not gonna see that. It's not gonna happen. Our subway party was lit because we made it lit. At every party we made it lit. It was to the point where Aaron was like, "Are you coming to the party? You got to come to the party. You need to come to the party." I see what you said, Yvette. See, Yvette, you true. And so people was like, "Hey, what's up?" I'm like, "Oh, I ain't down with that life." So
Yeah.
the Surrey parties are not lit. Just it's not the Caribbean Surrey parties. You have to make it your own. But with a nice group like Group Cation, I'm sure it's gonna be turned out. But it was more so like, yeah, like nothing about the parties, the deck parties was fun, but what we made it.
You're gonna make it fun, and like you said, you're going with a great group of people. Everybody on Groupcation is gonna go with the mindset of having an amazing time. So
Absolutely.
you're gonna have a good time.
We
You're gonna
did.
have a good time. I didn't recognize the name. I'm Fats from Fats and Trey. Okay,
Okay, okay.
thank you for the clarification. Sorry about that. Somebody was asking Michelle about bringing a blanket. Yvette, do you take your own blankets like
I
V does?
yeah, I take my bake every cruise. Yeah, that's something I do every cruise. It's Caribbean nights like the personal touch of my own blanket, and I definitely needed it in Alaska. Yeah, you definitely need it. But like I said, it wasn't any more colder on the inside of the ship than what you would experience in the Caribbean. Yes, okay, it's a shot. Okay, yeah.
It's a
So yeah,
shot.
it wasn't any more colder at all. I have a sweater on. I had a sweater on there, so it wasn't like it was the ship was extremely cold.
Three layers I can remember. I think that's still about the duck fart.
Okay, cool. Okay.
I remember seeing it separated out in the glass, like it looks like foamy and then like a dark.
I just want to taste it and say I had
Gotta
a
try
duck.
it. Yeah, Maggie said, "Yep, gotta have a duck fart."
Mhm.
Well, there you go. Maggie said it. So
I got to
you
look for my
gotta try
match.
it. You gotta listen to Mags.
Absolutely.
I looked into Southwest. Sorry, I'm jumping around here. Anyway, I don't know if I can pull that up. But anyhow, excuse me. So you thought the people on the excursions were friendlier?
Oh yeah, we met a lot of nice sisters, nice people on the ship. We met a lot of nice people. Only excursion that was kind of pushy was the whale watchers because we had been on. It's so carnival excursions they do book up tight. I had to get a little Chicago South Side ghetto with them because you're sitting in one spot waiting to see the whales, and they said, "Oh, whales on the south side of the ship," or go to the side. People try to push past you to get a far view. No, you see me here. That happens several times because people be on this side, rush over to this side, whatever, instead of just this person's already stationed. I'm not going to bump in front of them. Me being short, I'm going to hold my camera up over their head. But it was people that was trying to push past you to get to where you want to be
We're
at.
very tall. We don't have that problem, Veronica.
Right.
Remember?
So, yeah. It was just kind of like, don't do that. I'm out here in the cold waiting just like everybody else. Don't push past me. So we had to get a little south side and me, like, don't get it twisted. Other than that, it was nice.
But they do make a point of like turning the ferry or turning the boat
Yes,
around. So you can
they
see
do.
both.
They
Okay.
do. I mean, when you see this whale just shoes, you want to see it. You don't wait till it turn around because you may not get a chance to see
Yeah,
it.
that's true.
So you're like, oh my God. So a lot of people stayed inside because it was warm inside and
Yeah.
then come out and want to
Rushing out to
see
see
it,
it. Yeah.
but I got a little hey hood. Don't do that to me. Mm-mm. I'm vlogging too now.
Did you ever feel like you were, I mean, was you close enough that you felt like, oh my God, like when this thing, this whale is coming up out of the
Yes.
water?
It was one time we just randomly with the camera on, and that whale was so close to me. I'm like, oh my God. It was amazing. I mean, it's like I could just reach out and touch it. Yeah, it was a lot of times like that. It was just amazing. And I would tell anybody going to Alaska, especially my content creators, yes, you want to get the amazing content, but sometimes you're too busy fiddling with that camera that you have missed the moment. So at some point, put the camera down. If you missed the moment, just know that you got it here. Because a couple of times I'm trying to make sure I got it. I'm like, oh my God, I missed it. I'm trying to make sure stuff. So just definitely be in the moment because Alaska is definitely a once in a lifetime trip for a lot of people.
Yeah. Yes, and that's why, like you said already about the excursions, I want to try and do as many as I can because you don't know if you're going to get back.
Just
You want to
don't
see it.
know.
You don't know. I shouted out Miss V in my Alaska video when we had the duck fart. They thought about you.
That's why I love them, my peoples. Hey,
That's Bill. Hey, Bill, how are you?
Bill. How's your cruise?
Exactly. That's what I was about to say. I hope you're doing
Aloha.
all right. I saw your Facebook post about you're all right because you got the drink package. So I hope it's going
You
well.
good then.
The traveling type is here too. Hey,
Hey, what's up,
family.
my family? I love them.
See you. They're good people, and cannot wait to hear about their icon of the seas
Yes.
adventure. Um, let's see. Okay, here's a question. How's the Alaska weather on black natural hair? Should I get braids? From Misty Blue. Did you have your hair braided?
I don't never travel with this, y'all. Y'all getting the one exclusiveness. I wear
An
braids.
exclusive.
Let my hair breathe a little bit before I go to my cruising hair. Honestly, I don't know, but I can't answer that because it is a little windy. But I wear braids every vacation I go on. So honestly, I can't answer that for you.
Yeah, that's a great question, Misty. Actually, I was thinking just weather wise, if it's rainy or misty,
May have a lot of hat hair because you've been going to wear a hat.
Yeah.
Ooh. I
Yeah.
can say that, but I honestly couldn't answer that for you.
All right. Well, it's something to think about. Something to think about. Food. Now, I know you didn't, you weren't happy with how they did you on the lumberjack combo crab feast thing, but
Exactly.
was there anything in Alaska or Canada that you tried different that you were like super excited about?
Canada was a joke to me. I know we had to go.
No, not a joke.
That was a joke. It was like, why waste up? We didn't get there till late. Wasn't nothing open. We just went downtown, do a little shopping, and it was it. Canada was a joke. We really couldn't say anything. I did anything in Canada because it was nothing to do.
Was the ship just delayed that day, or was that the normal schedule?
Normal schedule time. Yeah. And there was nothing open. It was nothing to do. Like literally nothing to do there. So I wouldn't, that was nothing. But I did enjoy the crab. Let me just say this. I enjoyed the crab. The crab was so fresh, so sweet. It was delicious crab. It's just, I didn't like how they was portioning it out to us. But I enjoyed the crab. That's why I want to go to this place where I can get unlimited crab to sit there in front of me and I just go to town. But I enjoyed the food. Mm-hmm. It's just that one place I felt like they was portioning us out and I didn't like that. But the food itself was delicious. It's a beautiful spot. It had a lot of stairs, so get your knees ready if you want to go. But they did have an option because I went down the stairs and I almost died. But on the way back up, they had like a little cart that you can ride on. And the car drove you to the top. So we was able to ride the car back up to the top because the stairs was brutal.
Yeah. I remember you commenting on the stairs. That's a lot when you're.
Yeah.
the old knees can't take it like they used to, right?
Like, oh, no, we ain't doing this.
Yeah. Besides the, of course, you always hear about the Alaska crabs and the salmon. Did you? I don't know if you had a chance to go. I forgot the name of that street, but you're supposed to be able to see the salmon. No, you don't know what I'm talking about.
We didn't do that. We want to do it this cruise because we didn't get to do it last cruise. We had an excursion book, and we was trying to book the top excursions you have to book, but we didn't go to the Simon Bake where they had to sign in to see. I love Brother Bear. I want to see Coda digging out his salmon. I'm a daycare lady. Of course, I love Brother Bear. I want to see that the bear just scoop out a salmon eat. I want to see that in real life. But we didn't do that. So I'm going to do it this time. I'm going to see, Brother Bear.
I'm scrolling through the chat. I think Maggie is telling you what's in the duck fart. Kahlua, Bailey's, and whiskey.
I don't
right. She's gonna try it. She's gonna try it. She'll tell us.
I like whiskeys. I can do Kahlua.
I have plenty of jogging pants and sweatshirts. I won't buy any winter clothes for this Alaska trip.
She'd be good. Bring your coat with.
Yeah, but you guys are up north.
Yep,
where you already have that. I'm down here in Florida, so my winter clothes is a little sparse. So
yeah.
I have to get a few things, but I'm not going to go
If
crazy
you
with
got
them.
some jeans, if you got any hoodie, like I said, wear that stuff again. You don't have to wear. I mean, people ain't gonna see you. People ain't studying you. They don't know you. Suits.
Oh, you got you got pineapple at the bar on the live.
See,
I did not see the live.
pineapples was there. They was there. Like, hey, you might eat some drinks. Hey, what up? Like, what is going on?
Wow. 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 Okay. Coffee. I know I asked you about coffee before, but is that a thing? Alaskan coffee? Do people like?
Yes, I bought some coffee at a gift shop when we got out the trade, and it was absolutely delicious. It was delicious coffee. What I brought back home, very delicious. So yeah,
Thank you.
maybe, but yeah, the coffee the coffee was delicious. I brought back from home. It was really, I can't think of the name of it, but it was a good coffee.
It was good
I'm a
coffee.
coffee consumer at home, and the coffee was
Yeah.
good.
Hello, Juliet. Thanks for coming in. Appreciate it. Yeah, I'm not a coffee person, but I do know that that's something people have been remarking about in Alaska. So I don't know if you want to make a point of stopping at one of the little coffee bar kind of
Absolutely.
things.
Yeah, absolutely. I would do that.
If you see that. I was gonna say something else about the food. Do you feel like was it the normal carnival menu for the time, or did you feel like it was anything different because you were in Alaska?
No, I feel like it was just normal carnival. Nothing stood out to me that I can remember. I just thought so nothing's like, oh,
That's
that was
not bad. That's
amazing.
not bad.
Yeah, it was just typical cruise food.
Yeah. That's not bad. That's not bad. I'm just, just curious. Just curious if they did
Mhm.
something a little bit different. So thank you for that. And what do you want to tell everybody about what to be prepared for, what to be on the lookout for when you head out on groupcation?
First of all, if you come to the vacation, get ready for a
Or
good
are there questions?
you're gonna be if you see any other questions, drop any questions, will be the answer while I'm talking. I can answer questions. If you come on a group case, you're gonna have a good time because we
Yeah.
stay lit. That's the first thing. But if you're preparing yourself to go on a cruise to Alaska, get ready for experience like no other. You're going to experience things that you're not going to see typically that you see in the Caribbean. The weather is different. The people are more laid back. The locals are extremely nice. The locals are very nice to you. Because they appreciate you being there. There's so much history and culture there. Actually, some really nice, if you're into jewelry, some really nice pieces there you could pick up. Like if you're into gemstones or stuff like that, which I like to buy different things, which I might buy that when I go back, some nice gemstone from Alaska. But it's so much rich culture and history, and they don't mind talking about it with you. The Tracy Young Forge excursion was probably the best excursion I ever taken in my life. The Whale Watcher excursion was amazing, but cold, but I would do it again. And absolutely the highlight for me was having my balcony and waking up and seeing a different view every day. It's not like waking up and you see, oh, there go Atlantis in the Bahamas. No, just mountain after mountain after mountain, going out on your balcony with a cup of coffee and you see an orchid just, it's absolutely stunning. Um, Absolutely stunning. You can literally have a scourge just sitting on your balcony. Literally.
Just watching.
Just watching. And so by far the best experience I had as a cruise.
That's really cool. And it's kind of interesting too, because if you're not an outdoorsy kind of person, you might think like, all right, it's another mountain. But you're saying that those mountain views changed.
It's
constantly.
Changed constantly for me, and I really enjoyed it. We spent a lot of time leaving our cabin late just to enjoy our balcony. We didn't want to miss anything.
Yeah.
Like, what's going on right now? What's going on right now? So it was just, and it was nice. And I wasn't dressed extremely, I had on a nice long sleeve shirt on my balcony. So that far, amazing experience. Amazing.
Awesome. Hey, Regina, how are you doing?
Hey, Regina.
Regina wanted to know, we talked about any flight hacks to Seattle or Canada. I know you mentioned Southwest. because of the 2 bag situation.
Yes.
Do you have anything else as far as direct? Are they, they good on the direct flights or?
I only honestly 99% fly Southwest Virginia, so I couldn't tell you any hikes because I'm an overpacker at times, and so I need my 2 free bags. So I'm not the person to answer that for you. I wouldn't know.
I haven't booked my flights yet. I was going to check Alaska Airlines too, but that was before the door situation.
Yes,
So keep checking.
right. Almost Southwest, girl.
Keep checking. The ship has to stop at a foreign port.
Yes.
Yes. Okay, so that's the reason for the Canada 3 hour
Yeah.
stop. Oh wow. Okay. So not much to see and do there.
You know.
You got your mag. I think Maggie said she got a magnet at the port, and that was about it.
Yeah, that's what a lot of people just got it. It's a little shop that's right there, but because everybody went through that shop, we just caught the bus and went downtown and made it what it was. It was just like, okay, it was a lot of nice shops downtown. But even then, a lot of things was closed. A lot of things were closed. So
Hey, Scott Smith, thanks for coming in. I see you
thanks,
driving
Scott.
and listening. Thank you, thank you, thank you. We appreciate it. Just talking about all things Alaska cruising because I'm going, Group Nation's going, everybody's
Hey,
going this year.
Alaska's the place to be this year. And you still have time to book Alaska vacation if you want to go. Loving it. Come on.
Alaska is the place to be. I
It
wish I could do.
happened
I wish I
late
could do
at
back
it
to back, but
happened.
I think
That's another thing. That's a good question, Regina. They had a person on it was an app. I don't remember the name of the app. I had to find it. Some people had an app, but they was also announcing it for our selling over the speaker, like, hey, you should be able to see it between 2 and 4 in the morning if you want to see it. They didn't announce it all throughout the night, but they did announce it like if you want to see it, you should be able to see it during this time frame. A lot of guests that we met on the ship had this app that was telling you when it should be in our direct view. So because I knew those people and I had the app, that's why I was following it. But because, I was drinking, I had that hot liquor in my system, I just sat out there in the cold waiting till it popped in the sky.
she didn't feel no cold, is what she's saying. She didn't feel
I
no
was out
cold.
there just like, hey.
They did have baked Alaska. I think Maggie
Yes.
is telling
Oh,
me
yeah,
that.
we had to take a mask.
Yeah,
They did have that.
yes. Made my baked Alaska.
Yes, they had baked Alaska. Good point, Max.
Oh no, she's talking about the flight door. Yes, that's a little.
Yep.
I mean, it was definitely
Isn't that crazy?
human error, but I don't want to. Yeah, we don't want to find out. Waterfalls
Yes,
and
Max.
wildlife. Maggie is saying.
Yes.
So, did you see any waterfalls? I know you
Yes,
saw water.
absolutely. Waterfalls, the wildlife. Like I said, your balcony can be an excursion. You will see someone just sitting on your balcony, just like, wow, this is freaking amazing.
Awesome. What
Yes.
did you? I don't know what you normally take for your taking photos and your vlogs. Do you do everything on your camera, or did you have a lot of
I
camera
do
stuff?
I do think for my phone, and honestly, I wish I had another memory card because there was so much footage that I got, and I'm like, oh my god, I got so much footage. With so much footage. So I don't know. I'm gonna have to either give me a new phone to bring to record, or have to get
Yeah, I was thinking about that
plus
too.
like the old camera because there was so much footage that I got from a lot.
Yeah.
It was a lot of footage. But this time it's gonna be more of a laid back experience for me when I go. There was a lot of footage I got.
You gonna be busy? Y'all gonna be busy hosting, is what you're saying?
I'm gonna be right there wherever Eddie need me to be. I'm gonna be right there with my sister, but yeah, I'm gonna just be more in a chill zone than I would.
Regina saying, when booking a cruise, is there one side of the ship better than the other?
I always look the port side.
I was gonna say, I feel like you see more
Yeah.
on the port side, but that's a good question as far as Alaska, because we were talking about how they turn the ship so you can see. Did you feel like you missed anything?
No, because I was on the port side. So I mean, but they do turn the ship. Even when with the Tracy on Forge, I know people that didn't get on the ship. They came out just a little way, and I saw them rotating the ship, and I got some amazing views of the ship from ferry boat, but I did see that they come and they was rotating to both sides of the ship to see. But I just always normally since earlier cruises booked the port side because I heard that was the best side.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Regina wants to know if you will see moose.
I did see a moose when I was on the ferry going to Tracy on Forge. It was so many different animals inside the mountains, and we right there and they said, "Hey, if you could see to your left, there's a bear, there's a deer, there's a that." That's when those binoculars come in handy, and you could see the things like, "Oh my God, it is right there!" So I saw it at that point. Yes.
I want to see a moose too, Edna. Not too close, but I do want to see it.
But the seals was pretty close because they was like all type of icebergs, and they just laying there, and it's like, oh my God, it was just a whole bunch of them, just right there. It was so pretty.
Yachty from Happily Ever Yachty.
Yeah,
I talked to her too about Alaska, and she, when she went, well, first of all, she packed a lot of stuff too, but she said I don't know what the excursion was, and I have not seen it in the list from Carnival either. But she was kind of like in an area. It seemed to be some kind of animal sanctuary because it wasn't a zoo. Like you could see bears and stuff behind an enclosure. Excuse me, but she was like talking to the bear, like, "Oh, oh, you're so cute. I know, like you mentioned the movie." She's like, we're friends. We can be friends. Take a pic. And I'm like, that bear can come get you. So I want to see animals.
That's what I want to do. I want to be up close with the bears. I know when Raquel from Emma Time Adventure, she went to a salmon bake.
Yeah.
And it was amazing. So I want to definitely do that as an excursion. That's what I want.
That's what you want.
Yes.
Maggie saying her Northern Lights happen at 1 a.m.
You see, yes, between that time, that midnight to 2 a.m., 3, around that time it happened. Megan, you have the apple that they announced it on your ship.
Regina saying, how many layers do you need, and do you need waterproof shoes?
I recommend waterproof shoes, yes. Only because you never know if it's going to rain when your shoes are wet. With layers for me, I wore a pair of leggings and my jogging pants, or a pair of leggings and a pair of jeans. And a lot of times, Regina, I was hot. A lot of times I was hot.
Yeah. Okay. Well, I'd rather be warm.
Exactly.
Than not cold in Alaska.
Yeah, a lot of times like, oh, I got it some, but I feel like if I got that, because he'd take it off.
Keisha saying, my preference is normally wherever the best views are, heading south to the Caribbean, starboard, great sunrises with balconies views, and traveling north would be port side.
Okay.
Yep. Thanks for the heads up. Yep. Good info. Oops, sorry. Okay. I didn't want to skip anybody. Y'all had good questions.
Yes.
So thank you for that. All right. Anything else? Which she told us not to overpack, have your layers, have your waterproof shoes and a jacket. Go and see everything you can see on this ship. Sounds like it's some different activities, which is nice.
Yes.
Keep it interesting. And I don't know if I'm assuming those were on your sea days.
Yes.
But
only thing I would say with Alaska, don't overthink it. Don't think you're going into the pits of North Pole. You're going to be cold 24/7. Everybody, it's going to be so cold. I'm not used to the cold. It's going to be so cold. If you got leggings at home, if you got at least one pair of jogging pants, listen, those people don't know you. You can wear those same pair of jogging pants more than one day out that week. Right. Wear the same pair of jeans more than one day out that week. You can wash that stuff up and wear it again. Don't overthink that. If you got a nice little hoodie, you can wear that hoodie with a nice regular coat. It's no need to overthink or overbuy clothes. That's the first thing I would say. Because my off the ship wear, I had a lot, but I didn't even need to wear that. I was more so looking cute with the dinner outfits that I love. But yeah, because you think when you got a big old coat on, nobody's going to see that sweater you had under that coat. But you got a scarf on. Nobody's going to see what's under there. They see a pair of blue jeans. It could be any kind of blue jeans. Don't overstress and buy a lot of clothes. Honestly, wash that stuff or wear more than one time if you need to wear more than one time. It's your business. Definitely the boots was a highlight for me. I would definitely be bringing my waterproof boots. That was something that I definitely recommend because we didn't get rain, but it kept my feet warm. You could bring the hand warmers, but like I said, I didn't need it at all. And bring a swimsuit because the pool is covered. You can get in the pool, and then you can be adventurous and get in the hot tub while you're out there in the open air. It's cold, but be adventurous. But overall, definitely a bucket list, amazing vacation. Whether you got a balcony, if you don't got a balcony, you can go outside and see it. You're going to be in for a once in a lifetime experience.
It's gonna. I'm really looking forward to it. I think it's gonna be awesome. This talk. I mean, I've been excited, but this is just keeping the excitement going. I know. I think it's gonna be so fun. I want to see as much as possible,
Yes.
do as much as possible, and I thank everybody for their questions and for
Great
me
question.
having having some answers and sharing her experience.
Anytime, friend.
I think that's awesome. I think that's awesome. I don't want to cut off any of the group cationers. If there's any more questions that you have before we finish up here, put them in the chat so we can try and get your Alaska questions answered.
Yes.
Yes. Oh, was there a question of somebody was asking? Oh, Maggie was asking, is port side even or odds? I never remember that.
He should just answer yes.
Even number cabins are usually on the left. Or port side. Yep. I mean, it takes you a little while to get the lay of the land of the ship. Obviously, the bigger the ship, the harder it is usually to figure it out. But I just want to make sure I can get back to my cabin.
Yeah, and the cabins are so easy to maneuver once you get like, okay, I'm right here. Yeah, and Megan just said they had a mattress as well, which is amazing. Because they said they announced certain things that are going to happen around the ship, and you could see it, which was always so much fun. Like one day we were just sitting there on the Lido deck on the sea they're eating, and she popped up and said, "Hey, if you guys are on the port side, go there. This is over there," and everybody just run to go see it. So it was kind of fun. It's actually fun.
Did they do anything different that you can recall as far as pictures? I know everybody doesn't buy all the pictures, but I'm just imagining now there's some really awesome backdrops because of the mountains and that, so I don't know if there were more or less photographers walking around.
I know they had a polar bear as soon as you walk in. It was like I remember a little polar bear right there greeting us when we walked in. So that was different. That was
different.
But the backdrops was different. But I don't remember. They had the same camera guy that normally walks outside or deck. He walked outside several times to take pictures of you. But yes, it wasn't anything that was different backdrop. But it was a couple of different ones. But I remember the polar bear specifically being there. Was somebody else there, another little animal around there. They had like a wolf or something. It was a wolf. I remember seeing more of those. Those little furry people. But other than that.
But no, that's something different. Normally I'm trying to remember what. Sometimes you see the towel and like the elephant or whatever by the Lido, but
I was definitely a wolf and definitely was a polar bear for sure, but no towel animal.
Now I should have asked about the casino because I know we got a lot of casino folks here.
I didn't like the casino because it was like, okay, for example, you do the casino. Remember we in Canada last night. It shuts down early. And I didn't like that because we was in that international water, so it was kind of weird. Casino was okay. One night was really, really good to me, but it was kind of dry. And it was small. It was a smaller casino compared to some of the other ships, but the ship is smaller, so yeah. And I already did another little thing I love. Activity you just mentioned. Let's talk about it. They had this little sheet of paper. You do it like throughout the entire cruise. It was like a gold rush. You had to go around the ship and find little gold nuggets hidden at different places. And if you fill it out, you'll win a prize. So it was really kind of nice. It was like a gold nugget rush. And I actually won that because I found all the gold nuggets around the ship.
Nice.
So yeah. So that was actually kind of fun that they did that. It was like, there was a couple of things they did was a little different, but I remember that specifically was a nice little thing they did.
Was the casino smoky?
No, it wasn't smoky.
Maggie said, how many are signed up for Groupcation?
Ooh, Oh, gotta ask Edna. I just said the number in my head, but it's a nice amount. Meg, you still need a roommate? Let me know.
I was gonna say, is Maggie, you going on groupcation?
I got a person need a roommate, Maggie. Let me know. She already got a copybook. Great, great.
She's like, you rich? They ready, 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 ready.
It's a good amount of us going on groupcation, but I don't know the number offhand, honestly. But it's a nice good amount. I'm looking forward to everybody experiencing Alaska for the first time. Like I said, it's definitely. And another thing I would say, if you haven't booked certain excursions that you really want to do, do it now. Do it now. Don't wait till I'm gonna wait till you get, especially Tracy Young Forge. That's going to sell out. So certain excursions book now. You better off booking it then canceling it later than not to book it then. Like I should have did it. That's what I would recommend right now. Even if your cruise ain't paid off, go lock that excursion in now. Yeah, at least. And then you can't do everything. Pick one that you really want to do, and realize you can get off the ship and go and get cheaper excursion if possible.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. And that is something that I really like about all the cruise lines have the apps now, but I really like that on the Carnival app. If you scroll through to see what the I started to say casino, what the excursion options are, it really gives you an idea. Not everything is super expensive. You can pick and choose, or see something. It might trigger you to think, oh, let me look for that when I get there. Let me look for one of those.
Exactly.
Like she's saying.
Exactly. Like I said, we found out at one of those ports there was a whale watching excursion right there. I'm like, we could have did this for cheaper. So yeah, they're there. Yeah, 45. Okay, that was a good number.
And that's a nice number. That's a nice number.
Absolutely.
So yeah, you'll have a good time. Good.
You're gonna take over the ship
too. Fun. Yes, I mean, I'm very excited that I'm going. I wish that I was going on groupcation, but can't do them all. But I gotta get on. I gotta get the schedule together. I gotta find out what's happening for 2025.
There you go. 2025, 2026.
Cruise with y'all again.
Absolutely, we got plenty of
right. I don't even. Got to get that calendar already booked up, so when you're gonna see everybody and hang out.
Hey, absolutely.
Well, for everybody who is going on groupcation, have a great time. You will have a good time with Edna and with Veronica and all of the shenanigans. All of the shenanigans. I can't wait until I go on my cruise in June, and I will be happy to share whatever information I learned along the way, just like Veronica has. So we will all be ready for Alaska when we get there.
Absolutely.
When will your next Alaska trip be? I think that's probably for you. Are you planning to go?
I'm going on groupcation with Edna in August for my next Alaska trip.
And obviously you don't know until you go and do it, but you feel like you're going to wrap it up your Alaska, or you think you're going to want to go again and again?
I don't know. I think I want to go again. I think I want to go again, but on a different ship this time. I want to try a different ship, or maybe a different cruise line, and go again. I don't know. I really enjoy Alaska. If I can go see the Bahamas 1,000 times, I can go see Alaska 1,000 times.
You can go again. You can go again. No groupcation cruise in 2025. I understand, but y'all say that.
We got some cruises lined up for 2025.
Some cruises in 2025.
Absolutely.
So it won't have to be groupcation.
It needs some vacation.
I need some kind of cation. I'm like Drew. I'm like little Drew. I need a cation. So yes, I got to find out the schedule and get on one of those.
Yes, get on vacation. Get on vacation.
Got to be on vacation. I know, and I'm sorry. I've been thinking about it coming to Delaware for the meetup, but I got to pay off these cruises, y'all. I got to pay off these cruises.
Okay.
So I'm gonna see you.
Dedication.
Yeah, Miss Dedication. I had to see you guys when you come down in June.
Yes.
And do is it June? Yeah, that you're going
running back.
Running back.
Yes. And Messiah,
and
yes.
do your meetup.
Absolutely.
Thank you, everybody who came in. I hope you remember to give a thumbs up. If you weren't already subscribed to the channel, please help me out. Hit
Yeah.
that subscribe button. Help me keep on the climb.
On the plane. Hey.
Keep on the climb. And Veronica, thank you.
Anytime, my friend. Anytime. Thank you for having me here again. Feel honored.
Of course. Everybody, I will be back on today's Sunday, right? So tomorrow for my normal Monday mood check at 7 p.m. So if you can come on in, and we'll just keep the cruise chats going. Thank you so much, everybody. Enjoy what's left of our weekend. Enjoy your daydreaming about Alaska. Make those plans, book those excursions. Get your Amazon cart together.
And book that Tracy R. Ford.
And book the Tracy R. Ford.
Bye, guys. Thank you, girl.
Bye, everybody. Thank you so much. I'll talk to you all later.
All right.
Bye.